Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Hernandez and this is my picture walk submission. I've chosen to do the book If You Plant a Seed, and my camera is in a fisheye so that we can see the book properly and fully. So basically, going into what a picture walk actually is, it's when you preview the story prior to reading it and you don't read the text. You just ask questions like who, what, when, why, and have the audience or student or child answer those questions going off of what they believe is going on in the story, just based off of the pictures. They're really great. It's really great to do a picture walk because it helps the child with the overall comprehension of what's going on with the book or through the story, and they are also able to tie in what they believe might be happening with their previous knowledge or their prior experiences. Okay, so let's just go right into it. Usually for a picture walk you would read the title. So this one is called If You Plant a Seed, and it's one of my favorite stories by Cater Nelson. So let's see, what do we see happening here? We see a bunny and a mouse, and what is that that's on the cover that they're looking at? It's a little plant, and the title just happens to be If You Plant a Seed. I wonder why that seed is there and why they planted that seed and plant. Okay, so what do we see here? We see the bunny and the mouse. What are they doing? They're working together, and I see a little tiny seed that they're putting into the ground. So they're planting it. Okay, and here we see that they covered it, and what's going on here? They're both patiently waiting, reading a book, sleeping. All of this is done where? Right next to where they planted the seed. And what's this? What do they look like? It seems to me that they're very happy. Why do you think they're so happy? What is new in this picture? What happened that they look, or why do you believe they look so happy? What do you think happened that we see here that made them so happy? I think that it's because their seeds grew. Wow. Look at how wonderful they're able to eat the food that they grew. I think they're very happy. Oh my goodness, what do we see here that's new on this page? How do you feel about these birds being here? How do you think that the bunny, how do the bunny and the mouse look here? What's the expression on their face? What do you think the birds want or came for? Let's see. Huh? This is a great opportunity to count and to implement counting into the picture walk. So you could always just go, wow, let's count how many birds we see here. And you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, what color are the birds? Have we ever seen a pigeon before? Does anyone know what this bird is called or what this bird is called? Bluebird, cardinal, a crow. Has anybody ever seen a crow before? You could just really expand with the questions that you ask. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? How do you think Bunny is feeling in this picture? I think he looks angry, and look, the birds are taken back. What about here? Oh my goodness, what could be happening? Or what do you guys believe is happening? Why do you think that they might be talking back and forth? Are they talking nicely? Are they angry at each other? Let's see. Whoa, oh my gosh, what is going on? It's a big commotion. You could also, for instance, if it's a parent that is reading this with their child and they're reading them on their lap, you could take, I don't think that this is the best example because in this picture all the characters are angry and like it's, but when you have a page like this that has just so many illustrations and images, it's a great way to like practice looking for something. Like let's say that you notice that the lettuce is round and the tomato is round, you could always say, wow, let's look for all the circles in this picture, or let's look for all the round things, or let's count how many red tomatoes we see here. So that's, I think, another part of a picture walk or something that you could implement to your picture walk. Okay, so moving forward. Oh my goodness. They've made a mess. Look at that. And what is a major difference that we notice here? What happened to all the fruit? All the fruit and all the abundance and everything that they grew is gone after they got into a fight. Oh my gosh. How do you think they're feeling now after all of that happened? Oh, they still had a few left, and what are they doing now that's different? What is the mouse doing here that's so nice? It looks like he's sharing with the birds. Okay, so he shared with the birds, and now where did the birds go? What did the birds do? Wow, look at that. What are the birds doing here? The birds grabbed all of these. What are these that we see here? What do you think these are? These are some seeds, and they went and they flew away, but notice what's happening to the seeds. The seeds are falling. So the birds are actually spreading the seeds. Wow. I wonder why they're doing that. What's going on here? This looks like a page that we already saw, but now they're all doing it together, and Mouse and Bunny have company, the birds. They're waiting, and they're patiently waiting. And look at that. Now they're all so happy with their seeds that grew, their plants, their vegetables. Look at that. And then, like I had mentioned before, if you ever wanted to expand the conversation, because I feel like picture walks are not only to improve the child's comprehension of the story and to use critical thinking, but also to just have open conversation, and this is part of forming a love for books and a joy in books, where children feel like reading a story is not only reading the actual text and looking at the pictures, but also forming conversation with their parents or the teacher or the person that is reading the book to them, that's that I think that that's half of the fun, personally, because it's just great to they give you so many opportunities to just have conversations with children. So for instance, like with this page, I could always just go into like and say, I love sunflowers. Those are my favorite flowers. What are your favorite flowers? Or have you ever been to a sunflower field? Or of these birds, you know, like you could really go so many routes when it comes to picture walks and forming conversation with the children. Wow, look at this. They're all so happy. And what do we see here? Are there any new friends on this page that I'm seeing? Now there's more animals. And they're all what? What are they all doing that is so nice? They're all sharing. And what have we learned? We could always ask what we have learned, or what they, you know, what they noticed, and you know, you could ask them why sharing is nice, or why sharing is encouraged, or why it's good to share with your friends. You know, so you could ask them what animals they see here, what the animals are eating. You know, we see a corn, we see carrots, we see some tomatoes. The end. All right,